कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, अरे कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो। साहब मिले सबूरी में, अरे साहब मिले सबूरी में, मन लागो यार फकीरी में।
Talk about observing, means observing our stupidity.
If you call it stupidity in advance, you have created resistance. You will not want to look at something which proves you stupid. So don't label it with any adjective. Just say this is what it is. Yes, it is stupid. But why humiliate it by
Giving the word.
using that word? You can even call it fun. A monkey jumping around, hopping from tree to tree, displaying all its antics. Would you want to call it stupid? Yes, you may. But one would rather say just naughty or mischievous or just funny.
Scripture call it Maya.
Maya.
Wonderful name.
Even in calling it Maya, there is a resistance. A better word is Leela.
Leela.
And even better than Leela is to not to call it anything. Just observe silently.
And how that state happened to you? Can you tell something more? What you are doing? How much fed up you were with this Leela and game? What was that day? And was it sudden process, slow process?
See, being fed up is not something that happens as per our images. Being fed up only means that you see the futility of hoping from a system, from institutions, from a particular way of life that promises deliverance. And that is not difficult at all. You are in something. How can you not see that that which you are in is incapable of delivering? You are with a person. That person is promising heaven to you. How can you not see that this promise cannot be kept? You are in a particular office, a job, and the job is promising you nothing short of emancipation. How can you not see that all this is just nonsense? So instead of asking me how and whether it happened with me, is it not important to ask that why is it not happening with more people? How is it that people keep them convinced that they will gain something by remaining in the mainstream system, when the results are there to see? The facts are so obvious because you are experiencing them daily, and yet you do not break away, and yet you keep deceiving yourself. Is that not a better question to ask? What is it that keeps us in this compulsive, self-inflicted slavery? Is that not a better question to ask?
Question is question. Why to label it as a good, better or bad?
A question always carries a purpose. Your purpose is to come to a certain understanding. A good question is one which will enable you to reach there. A bad question is one which will just peter away, which will lead to more expansion of thought. You want understanding, which is a settlement of thought, not a further divergence. So that's the definition of a good question. A good question looks inwards, not outwards. It does not ask the other person, how did it happen with you, sir? It asks the questioner, why is it not happening with me? How is it possible that that which is immediate, that which is my nature,
It's not happening.
is not available to me? That is a better question. Inquiry is not about asking about this and that. Inquiry is a total and fierce commitment to know only that which is your own essence. If you're asking about this and that, it is just curiosity. You go to the market and inquire the rates of vegetables, inquire about what is happening in a particular match, inquire about what is happening in the neighbor's house. You must not even call it as inquiry in the spiritual sense. It is just curiosity, some kind of an itch. That itch just becomes accumulated knowledge. Inquiry happens only in silence. And then when something emerges forcefully from that silence, that one single question, like the questions that Janak is asking to Ashtavakra in the book that you have, then those questions take you from mortality to immortality and become immortal themselves. Do you see this?
सर कितनी गलत बात है, ऐसे ही लोग बड़े होकर पापा बन जाते हैं, अपने बच्चों को बिगाड़ देते होंगे.
He said, is it not terrible that this is how people become parents and this is how people must be dealing with their kids? And just a while back, we were inquiring into the whole process of conditioning, that how did it first come, that as a child, how did I first acquire it? This is the way one acquires, because there are parents like these. Now, what is more important? Is it more important to theoretically know the whole process of how it happened in the past, or to see it happening right now? Please appreciate. Is it more important to gain a theoretical knowledge of how it might have happened in the past with you, with the entire mankind? Or is it more important to see that it is not only something of the past but also of something
What is happening?
in the now? It is already happening. Why do I need to ask, sir, how did it happen? It did not happen. It is happening. And why don't you see that it is already happening? And if you can see that it is already happening, would it still continue to happen? We are eager to know the genesis of conditioning. Is it the genesis of conditioning that is important? The knowledge of that? Or to see conditioning express itself right now? When you see how it is expressing itself right now, then that observation is real and its fruits are real and immediate. Then you do not say that I've acquired some knowledge, maybe it will benefit me in the future. Then you just stop You shiver and you stop. You say, oh my God, what is it that I'm doing right now? Where are these words coming from? Where is this action coming from? What is it that I just said? Why don't I agree with my neighbor? Why am I suspicious of my wife? Why do I want to change my job? Why do I travel to so many places? Why must I need a vacation? Why do I watch a particular TV channel? Why am I affiliated to a particular political party? Now we maintain all this, and in the middle of this we want spiritual inquiry. I am obsessed with one ideology. I am infatuated with one particular man or woman. I am committed to my religion and to my ways of living. And in the middle of all this, I want to claim that I am a spiritual enthusiast. What do you mean? Maintaining yourself, preserving yourself, fully determined to not to let anything change. You're talking of spiritual inquiry. And that is what happens with most people who proceed on this so-called journey. Had it not been a thing of suffering, we could have called it funny. It is funny, but it is also the basis of all human suffering. So we cannot just casually call it funny and dismiss it. It has to be taken seriously. And it is all pervasive, it is happening all around.